Hi everyone, welcome to GigStack. Today we are going to see how to connect MongoDB using Spring Boot. So as you know, MongoDB is a NoSQL database. NoSQL in the sense there will be no specific data structure. It's mandatory to store the data into the particular database. So here we can store like a document type or a key value pair. So MongoDB is a document type database. So to connect MongoDB using Spring Boot, the prerequisites are like we need MongoDB. First, we need to download MongoDB from this MongoDB website. So here you have to come to this website and you select on-premises. Then you can click on this download. You can see the versions are the different version. We'll select the latest version and our platform is Windows. So we'll download that. Once it is downloaded, we'll go to that particular folder. We'll install MongoDB. And next. Next. We click on this complete feature. We'll click on the check this, install MongoDB as a service. Then click on next, install. It will take some time. Now MongoDB is installed. So it is installing the MongoDB Compass. So MongoDB Compass is nothing, it's a GUI for the MongoDB where you can see the data, like all the collections and the data. Okay, MongoDB and MongoDB Compass is installed. Next step is you have to go to C drive, go to program files. You have to set the path, MongoDB path in the environment variable. You have to go to bin, click on copy, Windows to environment variables, open environment variables, go to path, edit, new, paste it. Okay. Next, you have to create a folder called data, and inside that there will be a folder called DB. This is the default path used by MongoDB to store the data. You can change this path also based on your requirement, but for now in this video we'll be using this default path. Now you have to start MongoDB. To start MongoDB, you just have to type Mongo. Once the MongoDB is started, open the MongoDB Compass. It will auto detect if there is a MongoDB server running in your local. And our MongoDB server is running in this port 27017. This is the default port for MongoDB. These are the databases which are already available. We don't have to do anything with these databases. We have to create our own database and store our collections in the database. To create database, we can type database name, GigStack, collection name, let's type student. Capped collection is not required, and all this is not required to check. You can just create a database now. So now our collection is created. This is our student collection. We don't have any data inside that. We're going to fill this data from our Spring Boot application. To test our MongoDB connection using Spring Boot, I've created a simple Spring Boot application where I've added two dependencies. One is this MongoDB, which is this Spring Boot starter data MongoDB, which is to connect MongoDB. And this is the, as usual, like normal dependency which I add for the web application. Now I've configured my MongoDB details in the application.yml file. This is the port which is running, where is our application is running, and this is our database name. And I have set my application port to 9095. It means I can access my application with this port. Coming to the entity part, you've seen in that when you're used to connect with SQL databases, we used to use @table, @entity annotation, and @id, column. But here when you're connecting with a NoSQL database, you have to use @document annotation at the class label, and for the field labels, you have to use @field instead of column, and the property which is the primary key, which is like is a identifier. Like in our SQL databases, we have like primary keys, right? So here we have the identifier, right? It should be uniquely identify our particular document. That we annotate with @id. Similarly, we have created the controllers to perform our actions, like @r to add a single student, which accepts a student object in the payload. And this is the endpoint to add multiple students, and this is the endpoint to load all the students which you have added, and this is the endpoint to get a particular student by passing its ID. Now let's go to the student service. In student service, you annotated this class with @service, and here you have created similar 4 methods to save a student, multiple student, load the student, and load a student by ID. If you see, there is a class called student repo. This student repo is nothing, it's an interface which extends the Mongo repository, which is an interface which gives utility methods to do our operation much faster by providing these methods like save, to save a particular entity into the database, like save multiple entities into the database. All this utility method it is providing. Find by ID, find all, which helps the developer do their work faster. So this is all about our application. Let's start our application. If you see, my application started with 9095 because I have mentioned in the application.yml my server port is 9095. So my Tomcat started at 9095 port. Let's go to Postman and test our endpoints. So this is our endpoint to add a student. This is our port, and this is the endpoint, and this is the payload which we are going to pass to add a particular student. Let me make the request. You see, we got 200 OK, and we got this data in the response. This is because in the student service, you have seen me returning some data which is returned by save. Save is returning nothing. The same object which you are saving into the database is returning the same object in the response, which we are passing over in a controller. See here. Now let's go to MongoDB and check our data in the database. Go to MongoDB, open your database, then go to student, click on refresh. You can see your data over here. Similarly, let's test our other endpoints. Our endpoint to add multiple students is like student.add.all, which accepts a list of students. So we'll pass this as an array. We'll beautify this. We'll change this to 3, this to 4. Then send. See, similarly our this save all method also returning the data which are storing. That's why I'm getting this response in there. Let's go to MongoDB and check. See, all this data got added over here. Let's do load all. So it will return all our data stored in the student collection. To load all the students, we'll pass student load.all. It's a get type. So we don't need to pass all these parameters like payload. Just click on send. You see, it returned all the 3 students which I added. Let's search only one student, which is this ID, load class 1002. Send. So we got this data. So this is the process to connect MongoDB using the Spring Boot application. Thank you all for watching the video. Please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for the latest updates.